Welcome everybody to yet another goddamn horror podcast. What the fuck is the
I
problem?
got you. No, I'm allergic to cats.
Bro, like you've had cats this whole time.
I know.
And you're
I've been
sneezing,
allergic the whole time.
Yeah, I'm allergic to cats too, but I've decided to love them.
I've never seen you
that's
sneeze.
what happened to me.
I've never seen you sneeze like that with cats, Graham. Never. I've never.
Did you just huff a line of dander?
Yeah.
Did you just like fat rail of Freddy dander?
Like a pinky-sized quarter-gram gagger of dander?
Yeah, I got my pinky nail out.
Yeah, you should grow his pinky nail.
I try. I just bite my nails.
And people are like,
he's Charlie Sheening the cat dander.
I've tried so hard to grow a coke nail. I don't even do coke anymore. Well, I would if I had a nail.
Just had the coke nail out.
Yeah.
I'd like to do like non-narcotic, like I drink NA beers, like I'd like non-narcotic
pixie
cocaine.
sticks.
Yeah, pixie sticks. You know what I mean? Like gold medal flour, like whatever. You do
a pixie stick rail though. Your doctor's gonna be like, "This is actually worse than the cocaine." Like, what are you doing? Like, you have so much diabetes now.
I want to say to like all of our listeners, we didn't give much of a warning because I didn't realize my life was going to get so insane. But I just want to apologize to everybody. I specifically want to apologize to one listener in particular. I want to apologize to Ron K. Ron K. Ordered some books from me, and it's taken me forever to get him to, because I ended up moving, and I thought it was going to be a lot easier, and it didn't, and everything got lost. So Ron K., shout out! You are now a general in the army of the goddamned. And
Ron, he's been
solid from the get-go, and I feel terrible.
Some great Rex.
Like normally I just send the books right out, but like
Ron, I miss you from not being on Instagram too.
Yeah, Ron is legit, and so we want to give a big shout out to Ron, and I apologize, and I'm gonna make it up to you because I feel absolutely terrible. Normally people order books from me, and I'm like in the mail the next day, and it's just like a thing I kind of held myself to, but. I ended up moving. My dog passed away. I was kind of savagely dumped. It just ended up being like a really rough year. And then I went on tour, and I was supposed to be moved out of a house, and like all of these things. So unfortunately, a lot of things got backburnered, and I try to juggle everything in my life accordingly, because I'm a busy person, and with that. But unfortunately, sometimes when you're busy, when you trip, it causes this huge domino effect. So we apologize specifically to to everybody, to all our listeners, and to our Patreon people that we have been sort of off the grid, so to speak. It's been really hard to make this all work, and we are coming back full circle. Though we have some great guests lined up, we have some great things in the future. We have some old episodes that I'm gonna try to pile in, so you have a bunch of listening to do this week, and we're gonna get back on track, because for better or worse, I am in my new place. I am now no longer in North Portland. I am now in Southeast Portland, which I don't know. What do you think about that, Jonas? What do you think about?
I mean, I like Southeast Portland. I've lived in multiple places in Portland. I've been around to multiple places in Portland. Southeast Portland's not bad to me. I like it.
More letters.
It is definitely more letters.
Yeah.
Also, the difference between that and North Portland is that it's on the opposite side. So I like Southeast Portland. I have no problems with it.
Yeah, I'm living at. I think they're going to change it, because the name of the road was Cesar Chavez, and but now I'm looking at 39th and Powell, and so it's kind of a little bit of a party area. So if you're in the neighborhood, look for me. I'll be screaming. I like to scream. You know what I mean? Like, I just scream at people. And in Portland, that's not a thing. Not a problem. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of
It's not a problem in New York either. It's how half the people here have therapy. They just go out in the corner and just fucking yell at shit. We're like, that guy's not homeless. He's just fucking, he has therapy. Like,
not to make Ryan feel bad, but my wife's in the hospital, and I still made it to this.
True.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what?
I'm just actually Molly's not in the hospital, but she has been for the past couple days,
I
and now
know,
she's at the dentist.
right. I get it.
I'm just fucking with you. I got a haircut. I'm on vacation. I spent most of the time in the hospital so far, but I'm officially on my first week. Well, it's like 9 days, but now it's like a week long vacation. So I'm gonna try to do some stuff, either cleaning or work on my secret project for AGHP. But yeah, I don't know. What have you been up to, Jonas?
I'm on a forced vacation. I don't have a choice.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot too.
Yeah. I'm on a forced vacation. It's not by choice. It's also not paid. So I get to have a tight butthole for the whole time, just being like, all right, when the fuck's my money gonna come in? We also had a roommate meeting and almost started punching each other in the face over apartment cleanliness, because that fucking happens when there's 4 people in an apartment. It's just like, all right, somebody's shitting in the wrong place. Just it happens, and
I hope not.
no. Well, we have 2 bathrooms, and like it's funny because we have 2 bathrooms, so we're used to 2 bathrooms. And when one of those bathrooms is not able to be used as a bathroom, you realize that 4 people in one house for one bathroom is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
So it's just like we had to sit down and like, send one of those scolding group texts that was just like, all right, everybody has to put in their fucking part. Everybody has to do their thing. I was so old. It was such an old man fucking text that we had to send each other. We're fine now. Everything's cool. Avery's good. Yeah, I'm also working on some shit with AGHP, also working on the movie, with Mary Beth, working on that stuff, on the script writing. Yeah, so like shit's happening. But the thing like with Ryan, fucking dude, life happens. Life
It does.
happens,
It does.
shit happens, and
No, Ryan's been going through it pretty hard. I talked to him a little bit about his tour, and man, that sounded cool.
Yeah,
that's a good bright spot and everything, And
yeah,
I'm
honestly, like,
jealous of you for that, actually.
yeah, it was not only like with the bright spot of the year, but like maybe one of the bright spots of my life. I was really fortunate to be able to hit the road with one of my favorite comedians and human beings just in general, Bailey Pope. If you're not following her on
AKA.
Yeah, her show AKA is amazing. Her Instagram content where she talks about bands and stuff like that.
Yes.
Also amazing. It's its own separate thing, and she's crushing at that, of course. And I don't know, like I really like I feel very very like it's hard to like wallow in as much misery as I want to when I have people like that in my life, you know what I mean, and be able to go. So we started in Minneapolis. We did some mics in Minneapolis, and to warm up the show. Minneapolis is a fucking great town, man. Like that fucking town is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I love it. I got to thank them personally for taking a little of the heat off of Portland for a hot minute. You know what I mean? Like, like Portland was everybody's least favorite place, but they went out there fucking throwing fists. You know what I mean? Like, Minneapolis is a great town. We had an amazing time at the Plus in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. What a cool venue that is, and like every comedian I know who's been through there, from Canaan and everybody that I've talked to, has loves that place, and the guy who puts it on is I can't remember, his name is coming to me. It's super good, and big shout
Did you have cheese curds in Wisconsin?
I never did have cheese curds, but like, but the greatest thing about touring with Bailey is that Bailey has like the Atlas Obscurica app.
Nice.
And finds cool little shit to go see on the trip. Which I've always just traveled like doing comedy. Like we got to get to the next place. You know what I mean? It's all
For sure,
highway.
yeah.
It's all everything. And she's like, nah, fuck that. We have time, and we would find ourselves on crazy ass back roads and see like native ruins and it's like just like cool cool shit, like just like
Yeah.
like a statue of Paul Bunyan, or like, you know what I mean, just like it wasn't as good as the Paul Bunyan we got here, but like, but because Portland has
Yeah,
like
the Paul Bunyan you have there is pretty cool.
it's pretty cool. But like, and anyways, we had a great
Wait,
every
you
show.
went to the Paul Bunyan Park
Eau
in
Claire.
Minnesota?
That was in Eau Claire, which is Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to go to the one in Minnesota,
No, really.
in
I think there's
Brainerd.
a lot of I think there's a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
Paul.
very famous. The one in Brainerd is the Paul Bunyan amusement park. There's a giant Paul
It's like
Bunyan and
a
a
whole
Babe the
amusement
Blue
park.
Ox. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And then you walk in, and while you walked in, and your parents are buying your tickets, the parents will be like, "Hey, that's Graham and Wesley and Connor," and because the Paul Bunyan would say, "Welcome, Graham, Wesley, and Connor," and it would like freak the kids out and stuff,
That's right. That's right.
But the fucking mic was so bad, or the speaker, it was always just like, "Welcome, Graham," and it was kind of scary. It was awesome.
I love
So,
that.
That sounds fun as fuck.
So we and then we went to Eau Claire, we went to Janesville, which the Comedy Cabin's a great little club down there. We co-headlined there. And then into Indianapolis and Bloomington, and the show. A big shout out to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Home of the amazing American hero Betsy DeVos and her family of psychopaths. But like we went to Morning Ritual Coffee, and they had an all ages show there. Morning Ritual is owned by one of the members of Law Dispute, which is,
oh, really?
yeah, it's rad. And
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah, it's super cool. And we had like a all ages show there where a band went. Armor Class went first. Great. Kind of like Armor Class is great. They're just like a hardcore band. They're like they kind of like they toe the edge of beatdown, but they're just fucking amazing. And so here's the deal: is that comedy and music, everybody, including myself, has wanted to set this up, right? And unfortunately, comedy and music a lot of times doesn't work. Like I saw Kyle Kinane, one of the greatest comedians of all time, in my opinion, and somebody I know, at Open Up for
He's
Jawbreaker.
fine. He's fine.
He's fine. Yeah,
he's great.
He's been on the show. Like I love Kyle. I watched him open up.
He's
for
an
Jawbreaker.
all-time favorite.
Yeah,
he really is. Yeah.
Like I watched him open up for Jawbreaker, and it was weird. It just didn't feel right. There wasn't a lot of people there because it was before the show, and like it just didn't like it. And I don't know. It was just like a interesting thing. Like it didn't work the way that he deserved it to work. You know what I mean? And so like there's always like this thing like, how do we get this to work? How do we get this to work? And one band went first, the other band set up, and the setup was key because it wasn't like the band went and then I went, which would have been the energy fuck up, which happens a lot of times. Is this like if people don't do comedy or don't do entertainment, they don't realize that it's very hard to even like following like a super loud, like I started as a comedian, I was being very deadpan, and following a very loud person was actually what kind of taught me not to be deadpan, because I got tired of like following somebody with a lot of energy and then just like eating shit, and so like so the next band set up, and then I went up, and it was great because I went up, and there's still like a clear dance floor. And I was like, "No, well, you guys can come forward." You know what I mean? Like there's gonna be no dancing during this. I mean, it would be rad if people two-step to my act. I think I would just kill myself afterwards. Yeah, just because like why? What's gonna be better than that? You know what I mean? Like life is peaked. But it was all ages show, and the kids up there freaking loved us, and it was about community. And then a band called Tunnel of Love went next, and I just am a fanatic for that band. I just think they're like fucking like that frantic hardcore sound that I just fucking love. Like it's so perfect. And then same deal. Then the next band set up, and then Bailey went and just fucking crushed, of course. And then See You Next Tuesday came out, grindcore band, old school grindcore band. They were around since the early 2000s from Michigan, and they just fucking slayed. And Bailey and I, being hardcore kids from being wee ones, I just don't really think, like, I don't know, like, it's going to be tough to top that, because it was like on the road with somebody, like, with somebody not only that is a good friend, but I respect so terribly as an artist and as a human. And three like local bands, all ages shit, like kids who had like watched all our shit when they saw we were coming and showed up. And like I just, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like like, I haven't had like this amazingly easy life, and like moments like that, you're like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I can skip a shower cry. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, but anyway, so big shout out to
Is there a better breakfast than a shower cry, though?
There really is.
Right. Get it out of your system in the morning.
Right, exactly.
I was talking with Drew, actually, one of the Army of the Goddamned this weekend, and we were talking a bunch about comics and bands, the combo, and that's what I did every time I booked a show at the Nest. It was always, not always, for the my birthday shows, the Groundhog Day shows, I always had a comic. Had Samir Nassim do the first one. I had Zilla do the one of the other ones. And it was always great. But the problem was, and you addressed it, is a lot of the time the bands were setting up behind them while they were doing it, and that kind of sucked. But other than that, I really like the back and forth. So, but I've seen a bunch of, I saw Chris Gethard open for Direct Hit once. I saw Brian Bruner open for Off With Their Heads. And I saw Kyle open for, I can't fucking remember. It was at the Knitting Factory in Brooklyn years ago. And I can't remember. I used to go to shows there all the time. I used to go see Hannibal's show there all the time.
There's certain people that have done the comedy music thing like well. Like Big J Okerson, he opens for bands all the fucking time. Like, he's done
Brian
that.
Posehn probably.
Yeah. Josh Adam Myers, with the goddamn Comedy Jam and stuff like that. Like, he's also somebody that's open for a bunch of bands, but there is certain things that you have to do that are key. Like, if you're doing it while the band is setting up behind you, it's fucked. If you're doing it in between bands, like if you're just the comedian in between two bands, you're fucked. Like, there's no way you're gonna make that work. Like, it just doesn't, And I've seen that happen with a lot, where like they'll spring a comedian onto the audience when it's a music show. That's the fucking worst. Like, don't ever do that. If you're a booker, don't ever just decide to book a comic and not advertise that a comedian's going to be there, because they're going to die a slow death on stage.
Well, I think I've told you guys this story where I met Bobcat and had dinner with him. He was eating, and I was at the bar too, eating. And anyway, we talked for a while, and he told me all sorts of shit. And the funniest thing he told me was when he opened for Nirvana. And Nirvana, that was one of their shows where they smashed all their instruments at the end and walked off with feedback. And then the promoter was like, "Hey, Bobcat, can you go out and tell them that the show's over?" And he was like, yeah, of course. And he went out and he was like, "All right, everybody, Nirvana will be back out in 20 minutes. Good night." And just left.
Yep. So they just sat there with their thumbs up their ass. That show is actually the reason why Kurt Cobain killed himself. Yeah. That show right there. He was just like, "I'm going back home."
No, I guess apparently everybody, nobody wanted Bobcat opening for Nirvana.
No, of course
except
they
for
didn't.
except for Cobain.
Sure.
Cobain fucking loved him.
I could see that, actually.
So he was
totally
like, "No, yeah." So very cool. Love Bobcat. I've been watching. This is a fun thing. If we're getting into things we're watching, I'm rewatching Unhappily Ever After.
Oh
That
yeah,
show is fucking dope.
yeah, it is a great show. You know, it's funny. Mary Beth actually asked me this if I had ever seen the movie World's Greatest Dad.
Oh
And I was just
yeah.
like, fuck yeah, I have, dude. And like, you know, it's funny because Bobcat had this like kind of Twilight thing that happened where it's like he went from being this police academy fucking like, you know, noise actor for lack of a better term. Most people didn't even know that he really did stand up, and then his stand up blew up.
His
And
stand-up
then
was doing great. Yeah.
yeah, and then his stand-up blew up, and then after his stand-up kind of cooled down because he just wasn't doing a whole lot of it anymore, you start to
He was
realize
making
that
movies.
yeah, and you start to see his name pop up as a director. You're like, oh, well, what the fuck is Bobcat directed? And then you see the movies that he's directed. You're like, this
Shakes.
fucking dude has like,
Fucking yeah.
yeah,
Shakes, World's Greatest Dad. The one with his brother, God Save America or something like that.
yep,
I
he
think
did
that's what it was
that.
called. Yeah.
He did that. He did the fucking documentary for
That's right.
what the fuck is his
Lucky.
name?
It was
Yeah,
Call Me Lucky.
yeah. He did that documentary. He did the
What is the
movie
what is
Willow
the
Creek.
what's the dude's name? Willow Creek was fucking great. I love Willow Creek.
Yeah, he
But
did Willow Creek. And you're talking about the guy's name Barry Crimmins.
that's it. Yes.
Yeah. So he did the Barry Crimmins documentary. So like Bobcat is one of those dudes that like
Every
he
time he
kind of
makes a movie, it's a different genre and shit, and he
and
always
it's
kind of
always
nails it.
fucking
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kind of like is a dude that's operated in the shadows because
A hundred
nobody,
percent.
you know, like his name just, you're like, oh, fuck, it's a Bobcat movie. You know, like you have no idea. It almost never gets advertised that. The Barry Crimmins one did because he was like actually traveling with Barry and like they were friends and all that stuff. So that was different. But like, I remember when Willow Creek came out, I had no fucking idea it was a Bobcat movie until it came out. And then I was like, oh shit, like I had heard about it a bunch, but I'd never
Yeah.
heard his name attached to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing with World's Greatest Dad. I was just
Yeah.
like, what? And that movie is pitch black. Like that is a comedy, but it's like it's dark. It's not like coffee table dark comedy, but it's like fucking dark, you know? Yeah, Bobcat, man, I love Bobcat.
Me
He's
too.
he's
I
such
have
a talent.
for a long time. Yeah.
Should
Which
we
is
talk about horror?
well, I was gonna say this is a good
There's
intro
a little
because
Willow Creek in
it's a
there, but yeah.
it's a good intro because we're gonna be talking about underrated movies, and I think most of Bobcat's movies are underrated as fuck. Like
I would say Shakes the Clown is
Yeah.
is probably one of the most underrated films. Like
probably of all time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I remember seeing it like, and I was like, this movie's punk as fuck. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like what's the
I
line?
watched
He drinks so much, I'm forgetting he's a fucking alcoholic.
yeah. The only other clown movie that I think rivals that as far as like clown darkness goes is Vulgar from the
Yeah.
View Askewniverse. And fucking dude, Vulgar is dark as fuck. Like
Stitches.
Stitches is pretty dark, but Stitches is like still
It's
dark
also a
comedy.
little funny.
Yeah. Whereas like Vulgar is dark. Where
Yeah.
like, you know, it's Brian Johnson showing up and getting assaulted by two dudes and he's just like, well, now I'm a vigilante clown, I guess. You know, it's just like
Right.
goes super dark. But I think also I actually watched a clown horror movie last night called Super Fun Happy Clown. And I watched it on Tubi because I saw it on like a Tubi group. Fucking great. It was actually really, really good. It came out this year. Indie as hell. So like, you know, it has a lot of the indie stuff going on. But very, very fun movie. It's on Tubi and it's also on a new streaming service called Bloodstream TV, which is it's a new horror service where you can watch fucking movies for free like Tubi, with ads, but it's all horror. So that was cool shit.
That was cool.
Wait, what's it called?
It's called Bloodstream TV.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. It's brand new. Like it came out like it started up like 4 months ago or something like that.
All right.
So we decided here to do most underrated movie just to get
Well,
their feet back in the
I had a good idea, but was shot down because of time.
I mean,
You're
yeah.
like listen, man, I love you. You know what I mean? And like you like so
Here we
much.
fucking go.
But like you're always like, let's do a game, let's do a thing, and like I get it, bro. Like I get it. But sometimes like honestly, like our list episodes are some of our biggest hitters. You know what I mean? Like it's like like you read like the list of like who like our biggest episodes, and it's like Skinned and
I
Ocean
get it.
Graves and stuff
I
like that.
get
But
it.
like
That's
just
but
a list episode, we're like we like sometimes we overcomplicate it. You know what I mean? Like it's like we're gonna come in here and people are gonna be like, "Fuck!" Oh, there's this little they're coming out with a
anyway, listen,
list.
my idea was we each pick a movie that the other person hadn't seen. And then we
or
come
had to
in
watch.
and
Ugh,
or
that's like fucking homework, bro. Like,
it's not, oh my God. Oh my God. That's the worst homework. Oh, a movie that my friend recommended? Fuck.
do you understand? Like, it would have to be like we'd have to do that like in a month because like it's not like I just got like watching like
All
I
right.
gotta.
Get a TV and then we'll do that.
Okay, that sounds great.
Or get your TV set up.
I mean, I
Like,
have TVs. They just
yeah.
need to be attached to the wall before I plug them in, and that's been a thing.
You
You
know
know what I
what's
mean?
funny? I have not had a TV that's been mounted on the wall in fuck probably 8 years. I just stopped fucking with that. I'm just not doing it anymore. Like I did it the first time that it was like a new thing, and then I was like, fuck that. Now I just have TV stands. Now I just put it on my fucking TV stand.
Wow,
Not putting it on the fucking wall anymore.
you are better than me. So no, I listen.
No, I'm lazier than you is what I am.
Uh,
Lazier and cheaper. I'm not gonna hire somebody to do it, and I'm sure the fuck not gonna do it. I'm not gonna put it on some shitty part of my drywall and have my TV fall on the floor and be like, well, that was my fault. So now Avery's gonna hate me too. I can't have my cat hate me.
Molly's back, just an update, and things are great. But I don't know what any of that means. But so far,
Good.
just an
Good.
update.
That's
Oh, I had something to say, but I forget.
okay.
What were you
So
talking about?
let's
All right,
like
what were we
okay.
doing?
We're kind of fumbling. We were did good on the chatting part now, but everybody's like tuning out because we're just like
We're not they're not tuning out. Wally came back. That was good news.
no,
Like we
Molly coming
fucking
back is fantastic news. I'm just
that
saying
brightened
like,
up the room.
Got people
Like
to come back.
like this is
Oh,
this is what happens when we're rusty, y'all. But so let's do this. Who wants to go? I'm doing like three or four. Are you guys good with that? Or
I'm only doing one, so I can do mine right
just go
now.
first. Just go
Okay.
first.
So mine is I'm doing mine for also physical media. So it's a physical media one and also underrated. That is Vivarium.
I literally almost picked that.
Oh really? That's funny. So Vivarium is one. The reason I picked it is because I think it's a great movie.
Oh,
I
it's
think
so good.
when I first watched it, I think I just didn't get why it was such a good movie. So when I watched the first time, I wasn't paying enough attention. I think is really what the problem was. I kind of like had it on in the background type of thing, and people had talked about it. They were like, "Oh, have you seen Vivarium?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have, but like, it didn't do much." And they were like, "Oh, fuck, you should rewatch it." So I finally rewatched it, and like I really fucked up the first time by not paying attention to it because it is a really good movie. And it's very layered. The acting is phenomenal. Um, but what I like about it is that it's oddly contained, but also very large in scale. So when you think about it, like what the movie's about, when you look at the fact that they're in like, first off, if you haven't seen Vivarium, it's about a couple that gets a house in this housing complex. I guess you could call it complex or like a neighborhood or whatever, a development, like a housing development.
Mhm.
And they start
Like
to
a Mick
realize,
neighborhood.
yeah, they start to realize things are off in the neighborhood because they
They're
start
so off.
like completely off.
They're
But
so weird.
the thing that's like, as these things start to like, I'm not gonna even get close to spoilers on this. But as things start to reveal themselves throughout the movie, you realize how layered this actually is. And there's all sorts of like commentary about the dread of isolation and like parenthood and like what's expected of you as a person. And like it's psychological, like there's really no gore in it at all that I can think of. Like there really isn't. Maybe in the third act there is, but
There's
like
disturbing stuff.
super disturbing shit.
Yeah.
And it's psychological, like it's the epitome of what a psychological horror movie is to me that makes psychological horror movies truly scary. Because a lot of the stuff, even though it's very sensationalized, it's very like almost sci-fi-ish at a certain point. it's also still very real. Like, and the stuff that it's like, the parts of it that get to me the most is like the isolation part of it. Getting kind of trapped in your own head is also a thing because it's got Jesse Eisenberg, who fucking kills it. He does a great job, and he's kind of the one that has that aspect of like the like falling into your own head and like getting trapped in that kind of a thing. And
Falling
then
short of what's expected.
yeah, and also just like going stir crazy in your own mind.
Yeah.
Like I've made a joke about this before that's also very based in reality, where I said the scariest escape room that I've ever been in is my own head. And it's because if I'm stuck not doing something, or if I'm stuck for too long just with my own thoughts in my own head, it gets real fucking dark. That's just the way that I've been for a long time. And this movie kind of translates that to a more realistic degree, where his character specifically kind of just like spirals in his own head. Whereas his partner, whose name I always fuck up the
Imogen.
pronunciation, Imogen. Oh yeah, so Imogen Poots. She's
I only
fantastic.
know that. This is funny. I never knew how to pronounce that fucking name until I started picking up kids from after school. And
Oh really?
their friends are all named Imogen.
Hilarious. That is funny because she's the only person I've ever heard with that name. But
Well,
yeah,
there's the
she's.
band, right? Imogen Heaps.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and like she's a great actress, so anybody like horror fans, she was in Green Room, which is all one of our
Yeah,
favorites,
big fan of her.
She's great. And in this movie, she's great too, because she's kind of like forced into this position of being a person that she wasn't before and has to start taking on roles that many, women have to take on in life, like whether she wants to or not. Like it becomes a thing where it's just like, oh, I don't have a fucking choice now. Like I have to be this person. And like the fucking kid, the creepy kid, like that's one of the creepiest kids in all
For
of
sure.
cinema. Like, so
And
anyway,
the sci-fi aspect of it is, I think, a huge part. I think you're sort of underselling, but it's subtle enough, and you like it's just done in a very different sci-fi way, and
mhm,
it's very original. And I fucking love that movie so much.
yeah,
And you're right, it is absolutely underrated.
yeah. I was just like, I was trying to think of a movie that like is something a lot of people probably have seen, but I think people like either when they watched it the first time, they just did like I did, where they just didn't
I
give
don't
it a
think as
right.
many people as we think
Have
saw
seen
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it definitely, like, when it came out, it definitely flew under the radar. I think it's kind of gotten a little bit of a swan song once it came out on like streaming and physical media and stuff. The physical media release, by the way, that I got is like, it's great. Like, it's got a lot of good extras. Like, it's a really good, like, solid, and it's fucking cheap. Like, it's super cheap. But yeah, Vivarium, I know it's streaming in multiple places, so you can definitely see it on streaming. The physical media, it's going for like 10, $15 right now for the Blu-ray. So it's like, it's good price. But definitely seek it out. It's especially if you want one that's a more cerebral type of horror movie, one that makes you think and one that kind of makes your skin crawl, but doesn't like, it's not gross. Like it's not like that, but it's definitely got its uncomfortable points for sure. And the third act is insane. So, like, yeah, definitely Vivarium. That's my pick for underrated ones.
that's a killer one.
Graham.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't really have one. I tried to like when I went into this, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a cool '80s slasher with like a cool twist and something. So I fell into this one because it said a group of friends are invited to a posh ski resort. And I've been, I don't even know if it was because of winter, but I've been like Blood Tracks. I rewatched or watched for the first time, and that was dope. So I was like, I like this ski resort, skiing or mountain, snowy movies. So this was, it was fine. It was about a kid. These friends go on a ski trip, and one of them is all kind of insane, and then he goes and he skis off like a trail and lands on his stomach on rocks, like exactly on the only rocks in the area, and then he dies. And then 4 years later, everybody seems much older, and I don't even think they're the same people that played the 4 years before, but they're all invited to a like a sales thing, like you're invited to the condo for the weekend or something, and then they hard sell you, to buy a timeshare or whatever. So they all these friends get called, and they're all like, oh, that's crazy. And then they start dying because somebody who's dressed just like the dude that died in the 4 years earlier is killing everybody. I'd say it's rated.
What's the movie called? What's the name?
Oh, did I not say?
I don't think you said it.
Iced.
Oh, okay. Because it sounded familiar, but I was like, what fucking movie is that? Iced. Okay, yeah, I've seen Iced.
Okay.
That's a good underrated one. That's a fun.
I don't know
if
it was underrated.
I think it's underrated.
I would say it's underrated for sure.
Yeah, I would say that nobody like has really like
maybe underseen.
Which is underrated.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, underseen and underrated.
I'd say underrated is like no one's seen it because it's and it's good. Like it's rated low, where it's actually a high. I don't know.
Yeah,
okay, sure, I'll take it.
Iced is solid though. Like it's for what it is, it's solid.
No, it was fun. We had fun watching it and stuff.
It's fun slasher fare.
But I called it's a very straight up slasher. There's no twist. I called the killer within the first 20 minutes and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's like the movie Shredder, the one's about the snowboarder. Like, like those are fun. Like those are fun.
No, they are.
You know what's funny? Like when you started saying 80s slashers, and the fun that popped into my head immediately was Nightmare Beach, which is the one about the biker, which is just like, those are fun. And
this was 89, so it's like dead on 85 like aesthetics.
Yeah,
because like once you get to 89, like that movie was probably made 1 to 2 years before,
for sure.
And there and a lot of, I'd say, costume designers for a lot of movies aren't as hip as they think they are,
for sure.
So there are a couple trends behind. So give it, but like there was a lot of that kind of like fun stuff about it, and I don't know, Iced. It seemed timely too. Like
that is true. That is true.
But I was just looking, and then I was like, well, that wasn't great. So I tried to rewatch The Conspiracy, and fell asleep both times. I'm just exhausted. But
that's a bummer. I love that movie.
Yeah, me too. I've seen it before, but I wanted to be fresh on it because that was going to be my actual underrated.
It's a good found footage movie, and like the name of the elites, the Tarsus Club. Like it has a cool sound to it. And for being a found footage movie, it's also like they did a good job with that as found footage. Another found footage. I'll throw this out there because I hadn't seen it, but I think it's fairly well liked and known. But Savage Land, which Mary Beth had recommended. Yeah,
I watched all the movies that she recommended found footage wise last time we talked to her. And Savage Land was, I think, my favorite by far. It's such a solidly well done found footage or documentary style, I guess, kind of. But it's so like it was made in 2017, I think, or it came out in 2017, and the border, it's about like border, like Arizona, Mexico border issues and all sorts of crazy stuff that is so fucking vibrant right now. Like it's lost and it's crazy. And but I thought it was fucking fantastic. So Savage Land is another good one.
Yeah. Ryan, what do you got, man?
I got a list.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah,
I got a fucking list.
Lay them on us.
Okay, first I'm going to start, and I say it all the time, but I'm going to start with Blair Witch 2.
I just rewatched that.
It's fun. It's fun, isn't it? It's fun.
Yeah.
It's actually. I
like it a lot more now.
Yeah, and I just think that I think that Blair Witch 2 is actually like a really good horror film. I think it came out maybe too quickly after the original came out, so people were still kind of expecting the energy from that you know what I mean, that first one, which is kind of like, let's face it, like an impossible movie to follow because you're following like an original viral trend. You know what I mean? Like it's like really hard, and I think his choices, which was rather than try to do another found footage, he went meta, which was kind of fun. You know what I mean? And I think that movie is like honestly kind of creepy, and it's a little stuck in its own time just because it does kind of feel like a Tool video or something like that at times. But like it is like it is. It is creepy, and I love the way that they kind of deal with the witch, and I kind of like the way like the ending is, and I don't know, I'm a big fan of Blair Witch too, and I've said
I
this a lot.
still have a crush on Kim Director.
Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna say
yeah.
she's great.
Yeah, and like was great in that film, and it was just like, and
she was just in the new Danzig,
and when
oh, fuck, she was,
and when and at the end when he's like fucking witch, I just love that. I don't know, like I just think it's a really good film, and like
it's
I liked it when
one.
I liked it when I saw it, and everybody was like, oh, it sucks and all this shit. And I was like, I don't know. Oddly enough, I've talked to the director. He's a very busy guy, but he's made some other interesting films. He did all of the Paradise Lost videos, which were very very important to getting the West Memphis 3 case of gross injustice, like fucking awful injustice, thrown out. And I mean, not that that was really thrown out because the state fucked those people. Like they still made them basically be guilty, but like so they wouldn't have.
Oh, the Alfred plea.
Yeah,
so
the
fucked.
Alfred is so fucked. When really, like anybody who looks at that case for more than a hot minute realizes that it was satanic panic insanity. That they had a couple dead kids, which is awful. But they were like, oh, who in this town looks weird? And then they went and hunted those fucking poor kids down. And like one of those kids barely even knew those other kids. They were just like, nope, he looks like him. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
also like they took the one special needs kid and they were like, he's the one that we're gonna interrogate and get the fucking and get the the confession from. And also, like, as a side note to that, there's been a lot of different documentaries for it. They did like the one that was west of Memphis, which I think is the Peter Jackson one. Like, if anybody that's listening that is a true crime junkie, like, which I know there's a lot of you, like all of us, especially now,
right,
fucking revisit that case and all of the movies that have been made for it, because
Peter Jackson was huge in helping them in their court cases and stuff. He got and Henry Rollins did that fucking. It's a great album when it's all Black Flag covers with different singers and shit.
Right.
Pearl Jam had their thing with it too. Like
there were some big heads like coming out for those kids. So.
And it sucks because it really unfortunately shouldn't have to be.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, but anyways, so he made that, but he also did the most hated movie of all time, which is Some Kind of Monster, the Metallica movie.
It's pretty bad. Yep.
Yeah, but I so like
I'm a super fan, and I'm saying it's pretty bad. Like it's not. It's it's fine.
I think
it's obnoxious.
I think the movie's fine. It just kind of shows the arrogance of him, but also they do talk a lot about like men's mental health, and I think we get a little lost. If there's one thing you can take from that film is that documentary is that it is important no matter how much money you make and how much anything else to be kind of like everybody was kind of like, well, it's just about them going to therapy. And there's a part of me that's like, maybe we shouldn't hate on that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
you know what I mean? Maybe like, but anyways,
wait.
When
is I might be confusing.
Are you thinking of Through the Never, which is like the actual movie
about
the guy that's going to the Metallica concert? That one sucks balls. That's not the same movie.
No, this is a movie.
So the documentary, I know. I forgot it was called something, but I actually really like that movie.
Yeah,
I do think that Lars and Kirk are secretly in love with James, and I think the best part is when Dave Mustaine says he just misses his little Danish friend. That shit is great.
Yeah.
My next movie is called Witches in the Woods. About a group of people who go. So I love witch shit in general.
No, yeah.
So it's oddly I didn't do this by choice, but there are 3 witch movies in my choices.
Nice.
Witches in the Woods. Actually, no, there's 4. Sorry, there is actually 4 witch movies on this. I can't even believe it. Um,
I bet you didn't even count Two Witches.
no, Two Witches is on there.
Ah, yes.
Assholes.
So good.
Witches in the Woods, about a group of people. Like, it's one of my favorite tropes. Like, it kind of it has a little bit of the Blair Witch too in it. Like, these people get lost in like time and space, and things are weird, and they get stuck at the end of the road in an SUV in the snow. And they're trying to like take a shortcut to go to like a ski area, and then they're kind of caught in the woods and shit gets weird. And I just like, it's just like when I can really jive on like a limited cast, remote location, trapped sort of vibe, especially like trapped
Witches.
and
It's a
it's,
lot like Blair Witch.
yeah, it is. But this is even like, I don't know, like there's just something about it, and like one person's sick and shit like that, you know what I mean? And so like I really dig it. I strongly suggest Witches in the Woods, by director Jordan Parker. And it's just a fucking, I don't know, like it's just like one of those films that I've seen it a couple times, and nobody's ever seen it. I don't think either of you guys have ever seen it.
Nope.
No, I'm going to though now.
Yeah, and I've recommended it before, but like it's just like one of those films that's just like, I don't know, it's like an indie film, and it's just fucking good. I don't like I love it. Next is going to be Two Witches, which is, I just think, like arguably like one of the most perfect films. Like it's just like
Yes.
it's just great fucking horror, and it's like
Yep.
And
it's
the
like
witch the witches make the makeup
yeah,
is fucking
like,
fantastic.
and there's multiple storylines, and there's a lot of shit going down. Our friend, Susie Moon is in it. It's I don't know. It's just like Two Witches. I think people who've seen it know about it, so I think it's rated okay, like within the horror community. But for me, it's just about like just a perfect horror film. Like when I get done with that, it's like, I'm really in this period of time right now where I'm like super into like that line between like glossy horror main stuff. Like I gotta tell you, like this is like not. Here's my hot take. I've tried to watch 28 Years Later like three times, and I just fucking can't do it. Like it just doesn't do a thing
That's
for me.
wild to me.
Yeah, like I keep trying, and I'm like, it's okay. Like I just don't.
You're the one that always gets mad at people that backed out of The Walking Dead.
Right, no, but the Walking Dead kind of sucked, and maybe that's why I liked it. You know what I mean? Like The Walking Dead was like, The Walking Dead is clunky as fuck and kind of dumb, and like there's a part of me that needs a little of that in horror. You know what I mean? Like this movie, it's like I just kind of like get into this thing where like I'm constantly disappointed by and like I'm glad it exists, and I'm glad that I think all of that
The
stuff.
end is so good.
I am so glad that like horror movie exists for people who aren't like me. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not like
Oh, yeah,
against
yeah.
it. Like
No,
I'm not,
I
like,
know exactly what you mean.
I like good. Like I'm glad that we get
I think
to.
you'll be the person that actually likes the Bone Temple better than 28 Years Later. Because I've seen them
if
both,
I get
and I think you're going to be that guy that's just like, oh, the
The
Bone
end
Temple's
is
way
really
fucking
good,
better.
dude. Try to
right.
finish it.
Okay, I'll try to finish it. I just can't I can't get past the part where they're on the mainland, and the da 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 da, and it's just like it just looks so clean that like I don't know, like it's just I just like I don't like I don't know, like I just like in my heart of hearts, like I'm just like kind of like an indie horror guy. I just want some like fucking like
For sure. No,
I need
I
some like
hear
a
you
little
there.
grit in there, you know what I mean? And um, so but Two Witches is fucking great. The next, and I have suggested this movie a bazillion times, and I will suggest it a bazillion more on every list that I ever could make. I think Pyewacket is
Yeah.
one of the truly greatest films. Like speaking of
Yeah.
Walking Dead, the mom was in The Walking Dead, and
Yeah.
I think it's just like is a movie that gets heavy metal right. The metal kids are actually kind of like metal kids, you know. It really hangs on what I can't know why is I can not remember her name, the Canadian actress. It's a Canadian film. It really hangs on her, and she fucking destroys it. Like she just kills it through the whole thing, and the movie's like legitimately scary at times, and it's like it's just a limited it's just a fun, it's just like, I don't want to say it's fun, but like they actually show the witch for a brief second, like crawling around, like scurrying around, and it's terrifying. And I fucking love Pyewacket. I fucking love Pyewacket, and I'm always going to be a big supporter of Pyewacket. So there are four witch movies, because I would call Pyewacket a witch movie too.
Yeah, I would call it a witch movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I can't wait until the movie Camp comes out for more people to be able to see it. It's from Avalon Fast, who is a phenomenal filmmaker. She also did The Serpent Skin, which is coming out on, I think it's coming out on Shudder soon. But Camp is a indie horror that I saw at Brooklyn Horror Fest, and I think it's getting distribution and coming out sometime this year, but it's also a witchy, like, summer camp movie that's done in kind of like a perfect way. Like it's a perfect blend of like that throwback craft-ish witchiness and like a straight up just, summer camp thriller.
right.
And it's fucking like just that kind of a tone and that kind of an energy. I fucking love it. So
Awesome.
you're never gonna hear me say there's too many witch movies. I fucking love
No,
witch movies.
I love witch
No,
movies.
they're incredible.
Yeah.
And my top two. Now I gotta decide which way to. I'll just go this way. This one might be rated just fine. It's just not as popular as it should be. In fact, I think a lot of people like it, um, but I gotta go Session 9.
Oh yeah.
Like I saw Session 9 when it first came out, and I had been telling people about it forever, and like it didn't have like a big theatrical release or anything like that. And I've been a fanatic for it of it forever, and I just think that it like it is so creepy and so well done, and the acting is so good, and it takes like, if you haven't seen the movie, it's about a bunch of workers taking down a mental institution that they are taking the asbestos out of a mental institution, and they're
Hmm.
an asbestos crew, and like everything is just stressful about everything in stress in Session 9. They like Brad Anderson is the director, and he just like I mean, it's just like honestly like one of those films. He also did The Machinist, you know what I mean? So like he kind of like has that like that ability to like create like a really like awful world, and every piece of energy in that film is like everything stressful, from like the guy, they need the they need to get the job done. The lead actor, well, David Caruso is the top billed actor because he's like um
Because he's David fucking
Famous,
Caruso. Like,
David Caruso
famous from TV.
because he puts his glasses on when the Who start playing. But he crushes in it actually, because David Caruso is actually a good actor. Like
yeah.
yeah, he's in that silly thing, but the real star of the show is Peter Milan, who is just like is a Scottish actor, and like he's been in so much shit. Like he's in Braveheart, he's in Train Spotting, he's in like all sorts of shit. He was on Ozark. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember?
Oh yeah.
Did you guys like?
Yeah.
He was the old redneck guy in Ozark, and like excuse me, old hillbilly guy. He would kill me for calling him a redneck from the Ozark, but he's just a fan. He's just like a phenomenal actor. God, I'd love to interview him. He's just like one of those like actors that's like a real fucking actor. You know what I mean? Like, and like don't get me wrong, like I love we just do movie acting and stuff like that, but Peter Milan's like one of those guys, like he probably could bust you out some fucking Macbeth with the fucking best of them. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
he just
fuck,
has
you're right. Yeah.
he has that energy, and he
It's
just
kind of like a Bill Oberhurst Jr. thing where it's
yeah,
just like, oh, like motherfucker, you are an actor.
you're an
Like,
actor,
yeah.
like and he just is like and like the pain and the struggle of him like talking to like trying to call his family in it, which all of this stuff coalesces into like one terrible fucking rough ending. And the whole time they're like listening to tapes from the recordings of like the people who were like punished in this fucking anyways, I love Session 9. I think it's like a spot on like nearly perfect film, and if you haven't seen it, like you should go watch it right now.
Yeah, it's
uh
fantastic.
and my last choice, I could just go on forever about this. Is gonna be Bingo Hell
Fuck yeah.
by Gigi Salguero, friend of the show and amazing
Fuck
human
yeah.
being. Our
I
one of our
love that
favorite.
movie.
I fucking like
Very underrated.
and like just what I
Heartwarming.
want. Like yeah, and like just like what I want from a fucking horror movie. You know what I mean? Like it's just like it's fun, it's a little clunky, it's a little silly, it's a little like it's but it's also like terrifying and like I love like the name. Like I like this has like
You
this
care
is
about the characters.
you're right. And this is classic like I love like a classic 80s like wordplay
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? Like like bingo chopping mall. Like you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I love all that shit. You know what I mean? That's the funnest shit in fucking horror, right? Am I wrong? Like you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's great.
Like you know what I mean? Like you're gonna go to the mall and get killed by robots. You know what I mean? And it's just like you know, and like
You
and then
never
like
look at a movie like that and go like, I wonder what Chopping Mall is about. Like, you know, like
Well, that's not true because if you look at the cover, you're going to get a very different idea.
right, it's got
yes.
robots in it, but still, motherfuckers go to the mall and they get chopped up. Like,
Right. It's just
just
like,
you know,
right. But I mean, but everybody, but but I'm just saying that like, that's the deal is that we are like, you know, I love that shit. And, you know, knowing Gigi and like, and how much she puts into shit is rad because like, she's like literally like a horror fanatic and you know what I mean? And
she
her
kind of lives
crew.
and breathes horror.
Yeah, she does, and everything she's done is
Luchagor.
Luchagor, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean. And we've been fortunate to have her and her rad dog Nacho on the show, and like and Nacho is also a great name for. I'm a Nacho fan in general,
Hmm.
and so naming a dog Nacho just puts you on automatic quotes. But Bingo Hell is like if you haven't seen it,
Yeah,
exactly what
fucking
you think it's
rules.
going to be. You know what I mean? Like it is fun. It is horror. It is goofy camp. It's not, you know what? Fuck that. I don't even want to call it campy. You know what I mean? Because campy implies some sort of tongue in cheek. It's a fucking horror film.
I would call it modern campy because just of the nature of what the movie is, but it's not campy in the borderline derogatory term of like
Right.
calling an 80s movie a campy movie or something like that.
Sure. Right.
You know, but I would say that it's campy adjacent at least.
It's camp
Right.
and novelty.
Yeah.
Give it all to me.
I want to throw two things out there because one, I forgot about one of them that I was totally going to talk about, but it's the Forgotten Yuzna movie that I told him to his face that it was my favorite one of his, and that's Faust. It's finally available on Tubi, which you fucking have not been able to stream that movie anywhere, for the longest time, but it's finally on Tubi. Is it a good movie? Absolutely fucking not. Is it a fun movie? Absolutely. So that one is there. And then the other underrated one that I wanted to say was Let Us Pray. Let
Oh
Us
yeah. Let us.
Pray
Oh
is
yeah.
it's such a good movie, and I've put it on lists and stuff, and I've mentioned it to people, and there's so many people that haven't seen it. And it's streamable all over the place. But it's a really, really good, basically single location. Um, just it's a fucking great movie. Really, really good movie. And it's essentially about a person, about a wanderer, a drifter that shows up to a jail after something happens and starts saying a bunch of like really, you know, proselytizing stuff and crazy shit starts to happen in the jail and blah blah blah. It's got a pretty basic storyline actually, but the way that it's pulled off is fantastic. It's an Irish horror movie, and it's got one of the craziest third acts that I've seen in
Love
horror.
Irish
Yeah,
horror.
yeah, it's great.
I'm going to throw in a last minute one too. Bad
Yeah.
Biology by Frank Henenlotter.
Oh,
If
fuck yeah.
we're going to go, old school badass with a underrated one. Bad Biology was, I think, his last movie. It was 2008. It's got R.A. the Rugged Man in it. It's just really funny to me. Apparently, he bankrolled it too. But
Nice.
it's about a dude that a dude with a wandering in a penis and a
The
woman
way that
with
you
an
said that was really
insatiable
funny.
sex appetite. and when they meet up, bad news or awesome news, depending on how you look at it. It's bad fucking fun. I really like Bad Biology a lot. It's underrated as fuck, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw in also some music here because I've been listening to a lot of good music that's been coming out lately. Barbarians of California finally finished out their EP, I guess. I don't know what they're doing, but now it's the Vanilla Latte EP because they added Vanilla Latte to the 4 other songs that they have released already. It's fucking great. I love that band so much. They had fucking the dude from Snapcase on their first record. They had Keith Buckley on the new EP. They're a hardcore band, but like he's got a different type of like weird delivery. I don't know. It's pretty fucking great. I've been screaming about the Barbarians of California for a while now. They rule. The new Dry Socket fucking rips.
Yeah.
Great hardcore.
It really is. It's a great album.
The new Dillinger 4 song that came out on April Fool's, really good. It's called Don't Happy Be Worry. Love that a lot. New Lamborghini Girls came out, Cult of Celebrity. New Sophie Hunter called Cups 2. I Invented Popping Pussy. What the Fuck or Where the Files, WTF by Cure for Paranoia. Clit Drip, What Is She For? All these are fucking great songs. The Extinction AD, which I think you mentioned, Thaw, about ice, fucking great.
Thaw's the newest one. The one they came out with like 3 or 4 weeks ago or something like that was the other single that they're dropping from this new upcoming album, and that one's called like Running Scared or Running something.
Okay.
Yeah. But they've had 2 singles that have dropped within the last month, and they're both fucking bangers.
Nice. Blood Command's got the Wet Death EP, which is very similar to the Barbarians of California, where they just added another song to the list of their singles. Archspire is crushing it with new music, the most technical death metal that you will find on Earth is Archspire, and I fucking love them. I put together the whole list now of in order, I think, of the entirety of Year of the Monkey by Fucked Up. It came out in like 3 songs that were normal length and then 2 that were a half hour each.
Jesus Christ.
And it's just, I like Ryan was like, what is it, jam hardcore? No, it's more like Talking Heads hardcore, if that makes sense.
Okay.
What they've done. This fucking Year of the Monkey is so goddamn epic and rad. I love them. It's real. The last thing they did that I absolutely loved was Year of the Horse, and that's incredible. And that's like split up into like 50 songs, which are each just like a few seconds, and it's weird. Sweat's new album is the best thing I've heard.
Oh, it's fantastic.
In 2 weeks. It's absolutely incredible. Fear of Commitment, or Fear of, is the album name. Commitment is the band name. Excellent, like anthemic, kind of hardcore or new. What's the metalcore? I guess I don't know. But then it's like
metalcore.
It's like songs that are like about getting fucked and stuff, and it's really good. Like
that
sex.
Sounded so broy. You know, it's like songs
sex.
About getting fucked and stuff. It is. Like,
speaking of brutalities, Worm Sign is dope if you love groove metal hardcore. And last but not least, maybe not last, but Ryan's least, the new Co-Defendants fucking rips. I love that band. And Lifers just dropped on Friday, and it's fucking great. So. That dude is a fucking problem, though. Like, he can't even really sing anymore because his teeth are so meth-mouthed out, and he's got grills and shit on top of it. But I like that, like, gritty drawl, sort of. So
I just wanted to throw this band out there because it's one, speaking of underrated, it's one that I have not heard anybody talk about. But if you are a fan of like the 90s, like grunge and like sludgy grunge sound, of like Alice in Chains, listen to the band Sludge Mother.
Yeah.
They're fucking fantastic. And I've listened to everything that they have out because they're still relatively new. Like they don't have a whole lot of stuff out, but every single track that they have is good. And it legitimately is like a throwback to Alice in Chains, but like old Alice in Chains and like the really, really sludgy Alice in Chains, but with a female vocalist. And but it's still very unique to their own sound. It's just got some, it's definitely got some homage to that band and to that time period, but they're a great band. And so yeah, listen to them.
I want to throw on if you're looking for grunge, the most pure grunge band I've heard come out since grunge. And there's been a lot of hardcore bands that have been like, we're grunge now, and they do a great job. Super Bloom, shout out. But Flat Wounds is
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
straight up grunge and like the heavy kind. It's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Also, Pipe Bomb's Hellhole. I can't stop listening to. It's super fun. It's a hardcore. It's almost the delivery's different. I don't know. It's fucking great. It's different hardcore than a lot, but it's called Hellhole by Pipe Bomb. I had never even
Nice.
heard of them, and I just found it recently. It's fucking great. So
Love it.
hopefully, no, they're not shitheads.
I hate it when that happens. It's just like, yeah, we love these guys, and then like it turns out, fuck.
Yeah,
It happens.
It's a roll of the dice.
It is.
Thanks everybody for listening. We appreciate you all. And
Oh, we're done. You're not going to give any music? What have you been listening to?
I've been listening
The
to
voices in his head.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. I've been listening to Chief Keef and Pop Smoke. A lot of Harm's Way. Rest in peace, Bo.
Hmm.
I saw an interview with Vince Staples the other day, and I really liked it. I really liked his angle, like, and who he was, and who he is. And so I try to listen to some Vince Staples. It's not really like my thing, but like,
Some of it's pretty good.
some of it's
Some
pretty
of
good.
it's not.
It's
Yeah,
not my
some of it's
thing,
not my thing.
but he is legit like a cool guy and kind of came
Yeah,
from nothing and really like, you know what I mean?
always respected Vince Staples.
I've been listening to Pain of Truth, Crush Your Soul, Excruciating Terror. The new Terror songs are good. I've been listening to Young and Ace, the new Dry Socket,
Yes,
and Tunnel of Love. That's what I've been listening to. So,
that's
fuck me.
excellent. Just a real. I found out a fact today about Chief Keef. He introduced the term ops into drill rap and
Oh shit.
popularized it just in general as meaning your enemy and stuff.
If you really want to watch a great, Graham sent me a great documentary that kind of breaks down the Jacksonville drill rap
ATK, KTA.
yeah murder scenario. I think there's two moments really in music history that are like pretty fucking insane, where like the fake world of music crossed over
Who I
into
smoke is one of them.
but I think the black metal, the early black metal scene, early Scandinavian black metal scene, and then also the Jacksonville drill rap scene is like actual murders, actual like real shit. And it's just kind of fascinating from like it is of course incredibly sad and
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, and clearly a situation that like is less so in the black metal scene, but more like in these kids' situations just spawned from shit programs and fucking the
Systemic racism.
and just like Florida's inability to fucking like operate as a fucking functional fucking place. You know what I mean? And like
100%.
and you know what I mean? And you just watch these kids trying their best to, like and they're all incredibly talented. All of them, I mean, you can like or dislike drill or whatever, but like from just a fan of just hip hop in general,
Hmm.
they're good. You know, I mean, like, and certain better than the others, but like it's good, and like it all culminated in this accumulated. Anyways, um I haven't eaten. So
Go ahead.
like have accumulated into like a song. It's called "Who I Smoke." People from that song are dead and stuff now. But like, it's really just about like like the scene got so like usually like listen we've listened to a lot of hip hop songs where a lot of people have been killed, right?
Right.
Very seldom are they actually listing off names of people that they've actually killed, and
Right.
and
To
It's
such a
a bold
fucking
move. It's
it's a bold
bold.
good, it's a
it's a
good song too.
it's
Like,
and it's a good song
no
too.
doubt that song fucking
Yeah,
rips every
it
time I
rips.
listen.
And this documentary, it's on YouTube, just kind of broke it down. I can't remember what the name of it is, but like it broke it down like in a real like this is who these people are and this is what's going on and this is where this comes from. And it's really like one of those like moments where you're like like art imitates life a lot, but right now like life is imitating art. Like you know what I mean? It's just like one of those things where like I mean and I like those things too because it just shows you how like everybody's like, well, why are they killing each other? Well, it's like like if you shot and like if you killed my brother and like my best friend and another guy like while I was driving a car and shot me twice, I'm probably not really all that into getting over it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
and like
1000%.
and then you'd be like, well, you did this, and it's like that kind of doesn't matter. I'm still like not going to be happy about it, and like and this is how gang shit goes. It's like one person fucks up with another person, and it just like and it's back and forth forever, and it's like and the people involved with it are not going to be, you know what I mean? Like yeah, and like you can say, oh, they should, we want to stop the violence and stuff like that, but like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, at one point, they're making fun of one of the moms for like, we need to march and stop this, and they're laughing about it because they're like, well, where was this mom when your kid who got killed was killing somebody else? You know what I mean? Like, like,
Right.
oh, now you want to march. Now you want to
Mm-hmm.
march because your kid got killed, but you remember your kid's also a killer, and you know what I mean. And so like it's just like it's just an interesting look into that. And thanks, Graham and I have been about this since I kind of turned him on to that song a while back. I was like, this song is crazy, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you sent it and I listened to it. And I watched it on the YouTube on my big screen. It's this fucking, they're all out having fun playing golf. They're dressed up, looking good and stuff, like having fun on the carts. I'm like, this is the fucking kind of hip hop I like. And you were like, they're listing people they killed. I was like, oh fuck.
and people they literally killed, and like and
And
people are.
so yeah, ever since I've been like following that shit and looking for, and I found this video and I
I
was
think
like, oh, this really, because there's a lot of 20-minute videos that try to
right.
explain it. You needed that like 2 hour one.
Exactly.
Right.
I also feel like my favorite part about it is they're like, oh, they're just self-sufficient, and how stupid these guys are to like and in my mind, I'm like, do you think these guys give a fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they don't give a
Not even
fuck.
slightly.
Right. Do they not think that they might be going to prison for this shit? Like these are in like most of these people have accepted that the fact that they probably won't live till the end of the week. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like this is like when you're like living there, everybody's like, oh, I can't believe that they're gonna go to jail. Like they don't give a fuck about going to jail. They don't give a this is
If
like
anything, they'll be more comfortable there.
or they're just fucking, and of course they're gonna fight to try to get out and all this shit. But like the thing is like this is that life, and like, and people are like, oh, this and that. And I'm like, dude, like you're coming at it from a place of people who give a fuck. These
Yeah.
dudes chase down dudes and kill them in front of their houses. Like they don't give a fuck.
Yep.
And it's just like you watch them and they're all like fucking kind of normal people. You know what I mean? Like they're just like fucking dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and like
Here's outside of the killings.
well, yeah, but you know what? Like, but like it just shows you that it's like that's just my life, and it's just
Yeah,
a matter of fact.
1000%.
It's a real different thing than like a serial killer who's like obsessed with killing. They're like, no, this is just the world we live in, and I don't know. It's a really fascinating documentary, and it's just like I love shit like that because I'm a fan of sociology and the human condition and music and art and all that stuff and how that all plays together and like watching that is like deeply fascinating and I feel the same way about those like listen like a ton of metal bands have basically pretended to be Satanists forever, including like the biggest ones like Venom and like Slayer.
Deicide.
You're right. I mean, like all those guys are just kind of like dudes, and they had like a theatrical shtick. You know what I mean? And like then that's what they've been about.
They're
but like
kids,
kind of. You know what I mean? Like you look at those early pictures of Slayer. You know what I mean? They were just like fucking dudes and fucking. You know what I mean? And like. And, they've always been like Christians and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I was going to say, there's probably no bigger poser metal band than that.
Right. Right. When it comes down to it, I mean, I like the music of Slayer as people.
For sure.
There's people in the band I like better than others. Tom can fucking eat a dick, so
can Carrie.
What?
So can Carrie King.
Yeah. Well, at least Carrie doesn't want to get back together though, because Tom is a fucking idiot about a Trumper and all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give Carrie at least a nod for being like,
but he will.
He will
does.
As long as he
keeps
shuts
doing it.
Well, because he's right. Because I mean, it's hard when you're like he probably is at the weird stage of being a millionaire where like he could end up not being a millionaire. You know what I mean? Like it's like that weird like I'm rich enough to be rich, but not like I don't have like sustainable wealth. So those guys.
My favorite Slayer dude died, and he was the most problematic, I think. Anyway, so I don't care about Slayer anymore.
I do want to give this a little if you know shout out because I think all of us will understand this, but shout out to Andre 3000 for continuing to be the best part of Outkast. As more news has come out, Big Boy fucking sucks. So Andre 3000, you still fucking rule, man.
Yeah.
I met him in a burger joint in Atlanta.
He's legitimately awesome. Like
I didn't meet him, but I saw he was across the from a table from me.
That's so funny. I met him. I mean, I didn't meet him. I just saw him. He was there.
No, I didn't. He was there. It looked like he was talking to like a manager or something.
That's like a comic introducing Jerry Seinfeld and being like, I opened for Jerry Seinfeld. No, you fucking
right.
No, he didn't.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
But he was there, and I thought that was cool. And I had been listening to. Actually, I did go up and say I listened to Outkast as I crossed the border. I was listening when I drove in that day.
Cool.
I think he was like, I'm eating.
What the fuck are you talking to me for?
Yeah.
We have a Patreon.
We do.
You should go sign up for it. We got a bunch of different things. We don't really have a lot of I'm gonna be honest about our Patreon. Like, it's mostly just a supportive thing at this point. We would like to give out more content, but it's been a little bit crazy. Jonas has been the best about creating content specifically for it. The rest of us sort of are, would like to be better at it, but we're not. So forgive us. But we love it.
And we'll try to be better at it. I mean, that's all we can do is try. You know.
But there is a $1. I will tell you, like, that the Patreon money actually saves my ass. It has saved all of our asses, but my ass mostly, particularly, from living on the streets. So, and I'm not even.
He's not joking.
I'm not even joking.
Also, that's only recently, because it literally has saved all of our asses at least once.
Yep.
Right. So donating that if you like the show, we would love to have that support. But otherwise, just keep listening, and we appreciate it.
Also, if you want something on the Patreon, fucking tell us. Like, we're 100%. Happy like to make shit for it. Just like fucking legitimately tell us what you'd like to see on the Patreon.
We'll probably literally make it specifically for you, and
fucking right, we will.
Anyways,
you want to see something, Ron? We'll make something for you, Ron. You know what I mean?
Join the army of the goddamned. Be amazing, like Michael, Drew, Stephanie, Katie, Chris, Alan, Angela, Jasmine, Jason, Jake, Vivian, Ron, Kay, Kristen Pearl, Manny Velasquez. Oh shit, I started reading their last names. Damn it. Kristen, Manny, Coleman, Jared, Michelle, and Brandon. Sorry, I spilled the the rest of your names.
So from now on, like I'm just going to kind of give a shout out to a specific country. Right now, Brazil has shot way up the
I love to hear that.
yeah, has shot way up out of nowhere. We got a big Brazil listenership. Thank you all so much. I love Brazil. What an amazing place. I've actually never been.
I called a Brazilian guy and threatened his family and said, "Make people listen to our show."
Yeah, right. I would not threaten people from Brazil. No. There's a few countries I wouldn't fuck with people from, like Scotland.
That's definitely one of them.
Yeah, Brazil. Big shout out to Brazil though. Fucking like Brazil has always stood 10 toes down on shit and rad. We love you. Keep a lookout. Well, we got some great shows coming up. We love you. Take care of yourself. Life is hard. Keep your brains off the ceiling and
be harder.
No, don't be harder.
No, you said life is hard.
Yeah, I know.
Be harder than how hard life is.
Yeah, and we love you.
Singing hardcore like you like, keeping it violent.
And then shut the fuck up. God, until we see you next time, start some fires and break some glass. Peace out.
They changed Zoom. Hold on.